Well, as they're collecting the offering, I'm going to invite our friend up, Miss Erin, if you want to make your way up here. And Miss Erin's going to share a little bit about what what they do, what she's doing. I'm trying not to tell you what she does and the mission partner's name. I'm going to let her do that. So I've got a series of questions for her to answer for us, and then she's going to be available after the service, in between services, to talk. She'll be actually right back here, and I will tell you that at the benediction. But can you share who are you and what organization are you with?
Sure. Good morning. Hi, I'm Erin Tracht, and I am the director of Foster the Family, our Maryland, our Baltimore office.
Awesome. So what is Foster the Family? What is it that Foster the Family does, and how do people help join in with Foster the Family?
Yes, so Foster the Family is a nonprofit organization, and our goal is to equip and support foster kinship and adoptive families. We mobilize the church and community for foster care and adoption, and we are advocating for vulnerable children, and we serve Central Maryland.
Awesome. So what are some of the needs that Foster the Family has because of your engagement with families in this capacity? What are the needs that you're seeing?
Well, so particularly we have seen recently in this past year, there's been changes nationwide, but in Maryland they're implementing it, where they're seeking out kinship families. So a relative caregiver, it could be even like a teacher, godparent, somebody that the child knows already. And so what we've seen, especially as we connect in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and even we serve Carroll County, and we've seen it here, is a lot of what we provide for care packages, that sort of thing, these are now necessities, which was nice that we could provide to foster families before, when the child's coming in and they're not needing something right away, but they have their people, their village to go out to the store for. These kinship families, sometimes they don't have that support. And so we have seen such an influx of kinship families, especially, that we're serving.
Awesome. Can you give us an overview, kind of what you've seen? You kind of give it a little bit of 2025, but how many families do you guys work with? And what have you seen, maybe a God moment or two that's taken place over this past year?
Sure, yeah. So we have, as far as 2025, we have the care packages that I mentioned. This is within the first week that the child's placed with the family. And so we have delivered those initial care packages, our welcome care packages, about 400 of those this year, just from our office. But as far as families that we've served, we have families that come to our support groups. We have kids stay out programs, so it's like a free child care. So overall, it's closer to 600 kids that we're serving and families that we're supporting. Cool. Oh, God moment? You want a couple God moments? I would love it. I can share. So recently, just this week, we serve a lot of single foster kinship adoptive moms, some dads too, but particularly foster moms. And so we have heard from one that she's adopted, but she has taken on this little guy. He has a lot of special needs. And she said, he went to Kids Day Out yesterday. And she said, this is the only place, she's now homeschooling him because his needs are so great. And she's like, this is the only place, he said, I'm ready to make friends. And this is the only place where he hasn't been kicked out of a facility. And she said it's a safe place. And so to provide that consistency, it just brought tears to my eyes that we could be that safe place for him.
That's awesome. Last question, then I'll pray. Before we pray, as I mentioned, what can someone who's maybe sitting here, we as a church support Foster the Family, but someone maybe as an individual senses a little calling, a little nudge, wants to talk to you, way they feel one of their support, how would they go about doing that? And what are maybe some areas they could support or be a part?
Yeah, so we have lots of different ways that we say, we want to mobilize churches. That can be collectively, donation drives. We have those going on. But individually, if you feel called, I always say, I'm an example of somebody that I really thought God was calling me to become a foster parent. And then we had our sixth child, and then they said, well, actually, you're a group home. You're considered a group home, and you can't have more than 6 anyway. But there are lots of things that you can do to get involved, supporting other families that are bringing kids into your home. And there are lots of needs for bringing kids to your home, so I don't want you to dismiss that. But we have our website, it's fosterthefamily.org, and that'll show different ways. We have meals that we include with our care packages, so we have some faithful families that are making meals monthly for us. And so we actually have a Blessings Closet, a church partner in Eldersburg, because our office is in Catonsville, so I know that's a little ways, but where they bring it, they can bring it to that church, meals, and then we will get them over to the office, and those will go out with the care packages. We have others who will provide the childcare for support groups. We have 4 different support group locations. One is in Carroll County, and we need childcare desperately, just because this is a way for the parents to have that community monthly, and that children, like I said, have that safe space. There's other ways that people have used their gifts that God's given them. We've had Miss Kathy that makes these baby blankets and burp cloths and different things like that. We have others that'll make cookie jars for the families to have something to do together when the child's first coming in to kind of break that ice. So there's many different ways to get involved.
So after the service, I'm going to pray for her. She'll be right back there. Chat with her, talk with her, pray with her as well. Check out fosterthefamily.org for there. But let me pray for you this morning, Foster the Family. God, we thank you so much for Erin being here, for her support, Lord, for her leadership with Foster the Family, and us as a church body to be able to partner with her and what they are doing here in the state of Maryland. Lord, we ask that you give her wisdom and discernment as she leads in Baltimore area and Westminster. Jesus, that you would just give her and her staff just the understanding of how to care well for these kids, but also for the team. And the Lord, you provide those volunteers, that you would be stirring the hearts maybe of folks in this room and those that are hearing the story, or maybe they share this with friends and family who may be closer, or who may just feel a nudge to connect and contact with Foster Family. May you guard their hearts and minds. May they finish the new year strong, but Jesus, may more and more churches and community come alongside and support what they're doing for these kids, for the families that are in it, and for the fostering and for adoption. We ask in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much. Give her a round. Appreciate it, Erin.